Here we go. Next, we are looking at the Codex FAQ for Space Marines, and I will do my best to point out anything that changes. So first of all, we have Space Marine Army rule changes, and this affects the divergent chapter units of some armies here. First of all, Black Templars can no longer take Psycho models and non-Black Templar vehicles that have an equivalent outside of their own detachment. Previously, it was you could use any vehicle they had and vehicles the Codex had in the same army as long as you didn't play the Black Templar Righteous Crusaders detachment. So this is a good change because this means the Iron Storm is worse. Black Templars can no longer run 4 to 6 Gladiator Reapers in their Iron Storms. Not allowed. And you can't use a lone op Phobos Lieutenant. I mean, you can no longer use the Phobos Librarian to give your infiltrators the range protection because no more Psychos. The same thing goes to Deathwatch. They can't use Devastators, Scouts, and Tacticals outside of the Black Spear. And Space Wolves can no longer use Apothecaries, Devastators, and Tacticals. That is a big one because Space Wolf Gladius is a lot worse if it can't use the Apothecary Biologist to give a Gravis unit critical hits on 5s. So that's a bad one. So what is new? This isn't new. This is new. The ones with the plus are the ones you want to look at. The Reaver Lieutenant, his mastercrafted bolt pistol now has AP1. Watch out. Watch out. The meta Reaver Lieutenant. Let's go. AP1 pistol. The Captain in Phobos armor now has the ability to redeploy 3 infantry units instead of 3 Phobos units. This is not a buff. This is a nerf. And it is disguised as a buff for 2 reasons. One reason I will go into when we go to the rules commentary video. But the other reason is that it now says infantry units. Previously, it said infantry. It said scouts and phobos, which means you can no longer redeploy the Invictor tactical warsuit, which makes that thing even more useless than it used to be. Anything else? No, your abilities don't work in transports. Persisting rules. Transport in the oath. Nope. This is none of this is anything new. Yeah, none of this is anything crazy. Yeah. So this was the Space Marine FAQ. So mostly this won't impact you unless you were an Iron Storm Black Templars player or a Space Wolves Gladius player. These are worse, which means that the Codex chapters get a slight benefit here. So if you don't use any of the Divergent chapter units, you are a winner, or you are not a loser. You didn't win anything, you just didn't lose. Don't take the Phobos Captain. This is a trap. It looks like a buff, but it's actually a nerf. And watch out for that Reaver Lieutenant with the -1 AP. Courage and honor, we march for McCrack.